And hello fellow aviators, VREF Simmer here. Welcome to this United Virtual Airlines live stream today between Honolulu, Hawaii and the beautiful island of Oahu. We'll be flying down to Hilo on the Big Island, all the way across this beautiful island chain. Beautiful weather here in Honolulu as you can see out the window, but in Hilo it's a different story. They have low clouds, lots of rain. There should be a fun flight. Let's go ahead and hop inside and get everything fired up right away. You saw earlier in the video I was doing a little bit of a pre-flight. Typically you'd have the airplane completely fired up before you do that, but we'll go ahead and get everything rolling here. Let's get the battery master all turned on. Looks like I might have to reload the airplane. It does not look correct right now, so stand by. Let's reload the aircraft and see if that helps. And I'll be back in just a second. Stay tuned. And we're back. Hope you enjoyed those jams during the brief intermission there. Looks like the airplane looks much better now. So you can see the screens aren't grayed out. So let's go ahead and let's try that again. We'll get the battery switches on. We have plenty of voltage and external power is now connected. Should hear the fans fire up here any moment now. There they go. Perfect. We'll go ahead and get the ADIRs aligning. Turn those on. Get the. Let's go down here. You can turn this brightness up. It's set for nighttime. So theta. We're on the correct AirX cycle. We're going from Honolulu, PHNL, to Hilo, Hotel Tango Oscar. So all in, we're United 7818 today. And we'll align the IRS. And that process is now beginning. Let's get these CRT, these cathode ray tubes, all brightened up here. ED 1 and 2, and then on the FO side, they're really dim too. So definitely don't need them that dim. We won't be able to see it in this bright Hawaiian sunlight today. Alright, excellent. So we'll go ahead and begin with some of the seatbelt sign on, get the nav logo lights on. It all looks good. We're not going to need the check the landing elevation and pressure, make sure it's automatic. 40 feet, that will work for down in Hilo today. Sounds like they're starting to board, that's a good thing. Continue up, pack flow, we're going to move that to normal. It's going to be pretty warm today. I think we have a fairly full boat. External power is on for now. Let's go ahead and turn on the fuel pumps. Let's do our fire checks here. Alright, that worked. Apu Fire Test. And engine 2. Good. Turn on the standby radio there. Everything looks good on the top of the overhead panel. We'll get the cargo smoke test, which I don't believe it's modeled on the ToLiss A319. But that's alright. Alright, and making our way down this side, we need to get the ground control for the CVR on and typically test it here. We supply oxygen on. And double check the flight director and all of that here in just a little bit once we get the FMS MEC2 all set up. Brighten up the FOs, MEC2 also. There we go. That'll be much better. And we'll get the terrain on the ND. Auto brakes, we can activate those after pushback in this ToLiss A319. Radars all off. Everything looks good in that realm. Speed brakes retracted, flaps are retracted, engine master switches are off, engine mode selector's on normal. Parking brake is set, pressure's normal. Gear lever is down. And we're gonna, let's get our ATIS now here at Honolulu. So the ATIS frequency is 127.9. I think, let's see if they're online right now on VATSIM. Looks like the ATIS is on 127.9. Let's see if they have an audio version of that available for us. So we gotta flip on the radios on the ToLiss version here. Like 1279 is already standing by on 2, so and they don't always have them available. So I'll double click here. It should show us there. So it looks like Quebec is current. Lens are 170 at 5, 3002 on the meters. I didn't copy all of that. Let me try it again here. Landing and departing 4 right, 8 left, 8 right. So I'm guessing we'll get 8 left. Alright, sounds good. And then we'll go over to put 1215 standing by on comm 2. We'll monitor guard on the way out. And up in comm 1, let's go on to Honolulu Center 126.5. There we go. Perfect. I'll turn that volume up. Alright, let's call and get our clearance really quickly. Honolulu Center, United 7818 on the ground at Honolulu. Like to pick up clearance to Hilo with Quebec.
United 7818, good afternoon, sir. Center clearance on request, standby.
Alright. Standing by. We'll get our clearance before we load up the MEC2. We still have 4 minutes till the IRS is aligned, the ADIRs, so no huge rush here. Oh wait, let's take a look outside there.
Center, Alaska 162.
Looks like they've finished loading up the bags and the catering's
Alaska
done.
162, winds at Honolulu 180 at 5, runway 8 left clear for takeoff, flight heading 150 airport. Copy the wind, clear for takeoff and heading 150 for Alaska 162. United 7818 is cleared to Hilo. The Molokai Departure, pulse transition then is filed. Maintain 5,000, expect 310, 10 minutes after departure. Departure will be with me this frequency, squawk 3540.
United 7818 cleared to Hilo, Molokai 4, pulse transition as filed. Climb 5,000, expect flight level 310 in 10 minutes. Departure with you, squawk 3540.
7818 readback is correct. Push and start your discretion. Expect 8 left for departure. Advise ready taxi.
Expect 8 left, United 7818, thanks. Alright, expecting 8 left for departure, so as brief. So let's go ahead and let's punch all that into the FMS, or the MEC2 here. Let me move the MEC2 down, and then I'm going to pull up the release on Avatab so y'all can see what we're planning here. So cost index, according to Avatab, it's going to have us, should be listed right, oops, went to the wrong page there. Right there, cost index is 5, so we'll put that in here on the init A page, and like we said, we're going up to flight level 310. So I'll put that in. Oops. Got a little off there. So FL 310. Perfect, and we'll load up the winds. See, it's a balmy -46 up there, even down here in Hawaii. Alright, so next, as filed, it's the South of Honolulu. It's going to be runway 8 left.
Honolulu Center, Alaska 1.
Molokai 4.
Passing.
Pulps transition.
700 for 550.
There's Pulps.
Alaska 162, radar contact. Stated altitude, continue climb 15,000.
And
up to 15,000 left of
after Pulps, so we gotta move down here to where it has our route. It's Victor 21 to Pumik. So we hit Pulps here, Airways, Victor 21, and let's see, Pumik, Papa Uniform Mike India Charlie. Let's punch that in. Okay, there's Pumik, and then Victor 15 to Hilo.
Heading 162, 150, please. Heading 150, Alaska 162.
And direct to the airport. And at the airport, I'm expecting the ILS to 26, so I'm going to go ahead and put that in there. So let's go all the way down
Pacific 6132, go for center.
to Hilo. Expecting ILS 26. There we go.
Pacific 6132, clearance on request, standby.
Alright, well, we're showing a total distance of 224 miles there, 208 according to our flight release. So that looks realistic. So we'll move on to the RadNav page. Everything looks good there. We need to do a NIT B page now. So this one, we're going to have to do some performance calculating here with our ToLiss. Make sure with their interactive simulation control system, make sure everything is loaded correctly. So with our loading performance info, we had 100 standby. Let me see.
Pacific 6132,
116 passengers today. So let's load those in.
Vectors direct Lavis, then is filed.
116 passengers.
6,000. Expect
And our zero fuel weight
after departure. Departures will be with me this
is 119,851. So let's get that loaded in here. We need to take the cargo down. We'll take the aft cargo down until we get to our 119,851. We'll go a little heavier. There's 119,851. Apply those loading settings. Then fuel.
132 readback is correct.
Planned gate fuel is 12,930 pounds. So let's get that. And the fueler was out here earlier. So there we go, 13,000.
122.8. Call me this frequency.
And we'll do 1F, and we're going to be using flex thrust. So V1 is going to be 136, VR 136, and V2 139. The flex of 66. And up 0.1 on the trim.
Direct Molokai 4 departure.
Looks like they just closed up our. Sounds like they just closed up the. We're working down there on the cargo bins. So I gotta put this in here. Let's see. I said, zero fuel weight's a 119.9. And the zero fuel weight CG is 28.9, so we gotta put that in. Alright, we got that in. Block fuel's at 13.0. And that matches our takeoff weight, showing 132.5 there. And we were planning a takeoff weight of 132.3. So we're spot on.
390, Alaska 162.
Alright, so let's see, progress page, that all looks good. Performance page, like we said, our V1 is 136. We'll go ahead and put all these numbers in. 36, 136, and then 139. And flaps at 166 for the flex temp. Alright, excellent. That all looks good. Secondary flight plan. If we had an engine out procedure, we'd put that in here, but I'm just going to put in coming back to Honolulu, so PHNL back to Honolulu. And in case we lose an engine, we could just come right back into here. Just gonna put that number in, 675 for our cost index. Cruise altitude at 3,000. Wind's good. And flight plan is just going to be back to Honolulu for the ILS to 8 left. This is a nice long runway. There we go. Perfect. Alright, so that's all set up now. And for the FOs, I'll have it sitting on the performance page just so we can easily reference that. Looks like we're about coming up on 15 minutes prior to scheduled departure, so go ahead and fire up the APU now, get that ready. And let's close that out. We'll have our departure briefing here in just a second. Let me see, for those of you watching on Twitch, I'm having some issues with my chat here, so I can't always tell who's watching, so stand by, let me get to where I can see if you're on Twitch watching today. Alright, perfect. Now I should be able to see if you chat. So if you're on, say hello, love to hear from you. That being said, let's go ahead and do our departure briefing. So once again, I'll pull up our tablet. Like we said, we have the right aircraft. We're United 7818 Honolulu to Hilo. Weather-wise, let's zoom out here. We gotta move a few pages down to find the weather. Alright, let me zoom in so y'all can see that at home. Honolulu winds are calm, basically 10 miles, few 2200, few 4000, 3002 on the meters. Let's get that set. And actually, we can get an even more accurate rendering here in the sim by going to that map mode, clicking on the airport, and the details. So sky condition, yeah, 2200 feet, 4200 few, 4200 feet few, visibility is greater than 10, winds 175, 3002 on the altimeters. So good, that does all match up. And forecast, it's there will be some showers moving in later today around noon Hawaiian time, but it's still visual meteorological conditions. So it is our alternate, it's a legal alternate. Down at Hilo, we're looking at currently winds are 260 at 3 knots, 10 miles, few at 3000, broken 4900, overcast 7000, 24 degrees Celsius for the temp, 19 for the dew point, 3006 on the meters. And at our arrival time, forecast is winds 140 at 9, plus 6 miles, showers in the vicinity, and scattered 2500, broken at 4000. And we have need to put 3002 on the right side here. There we go. That's what that caution message was about. So we'll get that. So let me make sure we have our standby altimeter set to. It needs to be at 10.
Honolulu Center, Pacific 6132, airborne, passing through 2,400 for 6,000.
Alright, so weather looks good. NOTAM's affecting the taxi out. Everything looks good here at Honolulu. Let's check the NOTAMs down in Hilo really quickly.
Pacific 6132, proceed.
So here's Honolulu. You can see they're always just gobs of NOTAMs for Class Bravo Airport. Runway 8 left is not grooved, which we're taking off on 8 left. And as you can see, nothing that's affecting us out of Honolulu today. Down in Hilo, ILS are runway 26, radar required except for aircraft equipped with suitable RNAV system with GPS, which we are. That's the ILS we're planted down there. RNAV visual runway 18, procedure not authorized. Taxiway Lima East of 321, there could be ponding during heavy rains, which we could have some heavy rains by the time we get down there. Like I said, it is rainy on that part of the Big Island today, so we'll be mindful of that. For our taxi out route, let's take a look here at the chart. So we're here at let's see which gate this is. Echo 1, that's our gate to this morning in Hawaiian time. Echo 1, and then we'll be pushing back from there, and likely it'll be a right turn on Zulu, which transitions into Alpha, and down to this hotspot 4, which we reviewed that in some earlier live streams. It's just, the hotspot is that there's a conglomeration of taxiways, so we'll make sure we're turning left onto Alpha, hold short to 8 left. And once we're on the runway, we'll have a standard abort criteria, so which means under 80 knots we'll abort for a variety of problems. Above 80 knots only for an engine fire or severe damage to the aircraft. We plan in flaps 1 takeoff with the V speed set at 136, 136, 139, so that's all good. The takeoff profile, we'll climb up to good flap retraction altitude, 1,000 above, and begin our retraction of the flaps when we get to the S speed. And I'll call for autopilot on above 1200 AGL. Might hand flat for a little bit, but I'll verbalize what we're doing. For our takeoff, for our ATC clearance, we are squawking 3540, so let's get that squawking in the box. 3540, we're going up to 5,000 feet initially. Well, I got it switched to hundreds, there we go. 5,000 feet initially, and then it's the Molokai 4, then as filed. Let's review that really quickly. So we'll go to plan mode on the navigation display here. So on the Molokai 4,
and Alaska 162, Honolulu Center is going offline now, sir. Radar services terminated. Frequency change approved. Get a compliment.
let's complete right turn to assign heading within 2 nautical miles of departure into runway
122.8. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
316 from Honolulu. We are across go ahead 240 rail Atterbuck 2,500.
Pacific 6132, Honolulu Center is going offline now, sir. Radar services.
So we'll turn right to a heading of 150. I'm going to go ahead.
And thanks for the traffic for all you guys.
Sounds like they're going offline, so we'll just navigate ourselves.
Aloha to you too, sir. Thanks for your help. 6132. By the way, we'll be here in Hawaii this time for the next 3 Sundays. So just give you our next 2 Sundays. Just giving you a heads up.
Well, that sounds cool. Sounds like we're having an event
okay,
here.
And around the same time, sir?
Yes, sir. We do Sunday fly-ins. We're supposed to land at airports between 5 and 6. This week was a double A stop next week will be to PHLI, and from wherever they want to fly from, and then after that, the week after that, the tour would be PHLI to PHKO, and then back to PHOG. So
that's cool.
Supposed to just land sometime between 5 and 6 p.m. Eastern Time, or 2200 to 2300 Zulu.
Okay, thanks for the heads up. I'll pass that on to our event controller too.
Sounds good. I'm not sure how many will be VFR, but I'll be flying IFR most of it.
All right, copy that.
Well, that's cool. So they're having events on Sunday afternoons in Hawaii for the next 3 weeks.
Flying 492 Honolulu Center is going offline now.
So, like I said, we have the manual fly heading 180, then it's direct to Molokai and Molokai 20 DME.
Thank you as well.
Or Takeoff climb, talk for descent, then pulse, and then Victor 21
Thanks much. Bye-bye.
has us going to, let's go back here.
And United 7818, when ready to taxi, sir. Monitoring intercom 122.8 as Honolulu Center is going offline.
United 7818, Roger, and aloha. Alright, so from there it's pulps, bonus. Need to make sure I'm going through the legs here. Pulps, bonus, Derek, Pumik, Paris, Arbor, and then the approach, Hilo the approach, Wakik, and Hilo 26 missed out to Hilo for the hold. Showing a total distance of 224 nautical miles, and like we said earlier, we're showing 208 on the release. So looks good. The transition altitude is flight level 180. Departure frequency is going to be 122.8. Terrain and obstacles, we have the mountains just off the end of the runway to the east. If we lose an engine, we're going to make a right turn heading 180, climb to 3000, work out the problem, come back to land, likely on runway 8 right or 8 left. Alright, so that's the plan. Let's go ahead and the AP bleeds on, external power disconnected, and we're going to be ready to go ahead and get the ground crew ready for our pushback today. We'll go straight back. Alright. We'll go ahead and call them out here. And for some reason I cannot hear them, which is really weird. So I'll turn radios up a little bit, see if maybe that helps. But I cannot hear any the ground crews like I normally could on better pushback. So I'll have to look into that. That's odd. Alright, so before start check, departure briefing is complete, FMC's radios, program set, 8 ears, nav aligned. Hydraulic system is set, fuel panel, 6 pumps on, auto cross feed closed, fuel quantity 12,960 pounds, cleared, cross checked, cabin signs on, hydraulic quantity, let's check that really quickly, we didn't quite do that yet, hydraulic quantity is in the green, also we should check the engine oil quantity really quickly, yeah, we're above 17 quarts, so that's good. So hydraulic quantity normal, oil quantity normal, oxygen checks complete.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Roger. Oxygen checks complete, auto brakes. Well, like I said, we'll get that here in a bit. I'm going to disconnect the anti-skid nozzle steering. And we need to get the jet bridge to pull away. Clear that out. Talk to Sam. There they go.
Connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Roger, stand by just 1 second. We're just finishing up some last second paperwork. Alright, looks like we'll get out on time today, which is good. Alright, so we were at the auto brakes RTO, altimeter's 3002, cross-checked, set, parking brake, set pressure, normal, gross weight is checked, airspeed bugs, V1, 136, VR 136, V2 139, set, engine master switch is off, trim 00 will be up 0.1, set, doors closed, nav, beacon lights on, cabin preparation complete, HRs is initialized. Before start check complete, let me lock the cabin or the cockpit door. And there we go, we're all locked up, ready to roll. We announce that we're doing pushback and start on COM2 here. Let me go to 122.8. Here we go, 122.8. Alright, brakes released, clear to push. Straight back.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Roger. Honolulu traffic, United 7818, Airbus A320, pushing back from gate Echo 1. Push and start, Honolulu. Alright, start 1 then 2. Just gonna get a view of it. I can't even see it. Hold up. There it goes. There's some cool sounds. And the truck just drove right through us. It's crazy X-plane rampers. Austin's vegan food. He's gonna drive through the building now. There he goes. Boom, just took off the top of the truck. Never know what you're gonna see at an airport. Alright. Looks like we're getting a good start here. Oh, need to make sure I turn on the altitude reporting. Alright, good start on 1. Let's start 2. Alright, brake set. Pressure normal.
Disconnecting tow.
Roger. Clear to disconnect. Alright, let's get a good view of the 2 starting up here. Sorry about that, might have been a little loud. Let me see if I can turn the volume down on the outside for y'all. There we go. Let's see if this is maybe a little bit better. I'll keep working on it. If it's too loud for you, please let me know in the comments. I'm trying to tune in the ToLiss volume levels. Alright, sounds like they disconnected. There's our hand signals, so we're good on that end. Let's go flaps 1. And after start check. Get our hay skids back on. RTO's brakes are on. Turn off the APU. Alright, we're ready to roll. Here we go.
Gauge 03, contact approach 119.5.
I thought I had the park and brake bound. I do not. So here we go. Clear right. Honolulu traffic. United 7818, Airbus A320, taxi runway 8 left via Zulu Alpha. Any traffic in the area, please advise Honolulu International. Alright, check our brakes really quickly. Yeah, whoa, brakes are good. That was a little sensitive there. I think I just threw the flight attendants. I better call and check on them really quickly.
United 1158, radar contact over fastest. Clear direct line, vortex, altitude.
Alright, let's do our flight control check. So we'll go full left, neutral, full right, neutral, full forward, neutral, full aft, neutral. And get the pitch trim set to 0.1 up. So pitch trim is set for takeoff. Perfect. Gotta check the rudders really quickly, and they don't have a good way to disconnect the rudders from the nozzle steering on this one. Alright, let's take a look at our taxi diagram here. There we are.
Thank you. United 1158 heavy, change route to read after line, vortex, Julie 5 around.
United 718
Yeah, great sounds here. I have the BSS sound pack. And that air traffic control you hear in the background, that's live ATC.net. A lot of times if VATSIM goes offline with air traffic control, I'll turn that on just to have some legitimate background noise. And that's the actual air traffic control that's going on in Hawaii live at this moment. So cool thing to have.
Oscar 37, ATS Center, squawk 3657. November 781, Quebec there.
Oh, I do the takeoff config, check it's normal, it's good.
99, reduce to distance 50.
Let's do a takeoff briefing really quickly. So flaps are at 1 plus F, speeds are set at 136, 136, 139. Set going up to 5,000 initially on the Molokai Departure left, or actually a right-hand turn to run 180.
Terminated, remain present squawk, still speed and frequency changes. Hawaiian 43,
and then we'll
direct Bambo.
the other thing that was really pertinent on that, as we'll see here on the departure, is 1-8 left.
1721 crossing, pull the point,
Must complete right turn to assign heading within 2 nautical miles of departure into runway. Cross Cocoa Head 240 rail at about 2500. So we'll we should have no problem getting that. We're going to just make a right hand turn 400 feet AGL to the right. And then we're heading out to Molokai and the pulse transition.
Approach over 9.5, good day.
Let's go ahead and do our before takeoff check. Flaps are 1F land, indicating green light D10. Control text complete. FCU's managed speed and heading. 180. Engine anti-ice is off. Engine mode selector is normal. Trims, weight, speeds, check set. FCU's radio is programmed set for departure. Egypt was radar. Is terrain on the left, radar on the right.
61, radar service terminated. Remain present squawk.
Thrust is reflexin 87.0. Takeoff configuration is normal. ECAM status check is. That really quickly. ECAM status check is complete. And for our final items here, let's go ahead and notify the cabin. Lieutenants, please be seated for departure. Cabin notification complete. Transponder. We go all the way to TARA. Turn on the radar again. And the predictive wind shear right here. There we go. So cabin notification is complete, transponder TRA, takeoff MO green, and standing by for the lights. Let's take a look at the Shaka Man up in the tower there. It's pretty cool. Looks like some FY22 Raptors in the hangar there. Try to slow us down a bit. Here we go for our turn on Alpha. And it looks like it's clear on final. Runway looks clear. We'll keep on rolling. Honolulu traffic, United 7818. Taking off runway 8 left. We'll be flying to Molokai Departure.
Maintain level 260.
Pulp transition, Honolulu. Runway 8 left is on the pavement. And here we go. Alright. 8 left, I have controls. Here we go. Set thrust. Go to 50%.
By the aircraft looking for the request, taking the numbers and go ahead.
And man flex. SRS. 1 throttles are 90 knots.
145 east of maneuvering, or everything?
Velocity 37.
New one.
65 miles north
Rotate.
to Bend.
November Alpha, radar contact 7 miles south.
Right here, about 12 and a half. Pause rate, gear up.
November, roger that. First traffic, 11 Foster North Southwest on 67.
Yeah, sorry, right turn heading on 180.
7400, descending caution turbulence.
Whoops.
November Alpha, roger.
So I bumped the thrust levers there.
On the ILM. I got the 99, got traffic, capture.
And we'll go back to climb. And climb thrust set. Keep our turn going to heading on 180. Yeah, so quick flyby, so watch your ears, here we go.
36
Wow, what a beautiful sight.
American 31, stay right.
Roger 121722, phone altimeter to Natter 8. The 1721 contact.
Alright. Flaps up. 4 for 5,000. Yeah, let's go autopilot on. And we'll go ahead and climb on up to fly level 32 or 310. Alright, after takeoff check, landing gear lever up, flaps are up, engine is set, ECAM memo is checked. altimeter standing by for flight 180.
Northwest on altitude 600 feet.
Alright, let's go direct to Molokai.
As an
Here we
idea,
go.
traffic northbound.
United 1158 Heavy, descent tunnel discretion, maintain flight level 260. Yeah, that's engaged. Aircraft is turning on, so you're 12 on 55 miles, reported level 280 this year at this point. Only 36 Heavy, turn off heading 040, back it on. United 1175, from stand low at maintain 109.
Get another quick flyby.
000. Frequency 124.
No, aircraft has weather and its angle update sign for turbulence Delta 04002 and Sigma 015 balance of 2100.
784, cross windy at maintain 9,000. Call out clear 29.
Wow, so what a beautiful day we're having here
Friendly 57,
in Oahu
they will be
today.
at least 1 mile offshore, I believe there's, oh, there is traffic about
Nice view there of
I believe that's a skydiving
shoreline. Alright, so we go on toward Molokai, and then it's the Molokai 20 DME radial, or 20 DME on the 108 radial, and then pulse. Alright, there's 10,000. Give the flight test bells.
United 2295, contact ATIP approach 119.5. United 31, contact ATIP center 119.3.
There we go.
808, ready to contact overboard, clearing, stand low.
Yes, I think that's Haleakala on the island of Maui out there. Maybe that's Molokai and that's Lanai. We're going to find out here pretty soon.
Good morning, American 31 to flight level 260.
American 31 ETIP, good morning.
Central aircraft positive weather area tango baseline for turbulence, level 0400 Zulu. For more information, contact flight crew.
Friendly 579 aircraft, Global Block and 9 miles southwest on 8,000 altitude is 8,800.
So I think we're going to have quite a bit of traffic once we do get down to Hilo. I was looking on Similar just a while ago, and there are a lot of aircraft headed down that way. I think they're all flying VFR. So we'll have to make sure we're on the radio. Hope our TCAS is working. We might need it. I'm gonna go over here and check it really quickly. Make sure everything's set up really well. It's on normal, above, below. Yeah, we went on normal, TARA. Yeah, that all looks good. Alright, we're coming up on flight level 180 in just a minute. Alright, flight 180, let's go to standard on the altimeters. So continue the after takeoff check altimeter standard set and landing lights. We have those off. After takeoff check complete. Jump wing light 2, we don't need that. Perfect. Well, while we're climbing out, let's go take a quick I'm going to take a quick view in the cabin, see if we can see what it looks like back here. I'll just go through the tour. Actually, I have not gotten to even set up the views in the ToLiss yet. Still kind of learning the aircraft, but really enjoying it so far. Highly recommend this. So you can see the cabin looks very nice. Let's pop into a seat here. Wouldn't this be nice to be riding along on a flight around the Hawaiian Islands? I think you can see the big island way out there in the distance. Mauna Kea, Mauna Loa. Just a cool sight. That must be Lanai coming into view off the window there. Wow, what a view. Yep, here comes Molokai. And there's the Kalaupapa Airport right down there on that point there. There was a leper colony way back in the day down in this area. And you can actually still go visit that area. You can take some mules, move down the cliff side and down into that area, or you can fly in if you have airplane access. Always an option. Obviously I'm a little partial to the airplane, so it'll be a fun way to go. Alright, let's take a look outside the aircraft. We'll do a flyby and
1175. 143 from Sambo, last maintain 10,000. So all clear 3.
And there's the Molokai Airport.
143 from Sambo, last maintain 10,000.
Here, I'm gonna try turning that volume down a little bit more. I hope I can get it to a level that's suitable for you all. Let's try it at 50% here. Let's see if how this sounds. Alright, here we go. Let's try it again. It's still fairly loud. Alright. I need to be zooming out the nav display here, make sure we can see our next waypoint. We're heading toward the Molokai 20 radial. So at Molokai, we're showing our fuel is at 10,540 pounds right here. You can see. Let's check on Avatab. See what we were planning. We were planning 11,158. So we're about 600 pounds shy. I found with Simbrief a lot of times, once we level off at cruise, we'll actually have plenty of fuel. It kind of, for whatever reason, it thinks we're not going to be burning as much fuel on the climb. Alright, Hilo 126.4 is our ATIS down there. I'm going to go ahead and get that tuned in on Com 2 here. We'll see if we can pick it up. Like I said, I think we're going to have quite a bit of traffic down there. Showing a Cessna 208, Cessna 172, S76, whatever that is. Wow, a lot of neat aircraft down that way. So Alright, flight 300 for 310.
58 ATS Center, the 1 passenger 3002. IFR cancellation received. Reset transponder 1702.
And out.
November 833 Juliet Bravo ATS Center.
I'm gonna go outside. I really want to see what it looks like flying over Maui here. There's the Oahu channel, Molokai, and there's the Kapalua area. West Maui Mountains, Kahului, Haleakala, Kahulave.
One feet launch shot, radar service terminated, launch VFR, frequency change.
Alright, so we need to enter our destination data. So let's do that this way. We'll go and pull up the FOs. What I do here, if I can drag it over. There we go, come on. Alright, that'll work. And let me pull up the weather in Hilo. We still have a ways to go there. Oh, I guess I can't quite pull it up. There you can see some of the aircraft that are flying down that way. I will use my Aero Weather app that I have on my phone.
United 417 ATS Center, 3663.
And it's PHTO. Okay, so looks like winds are 180 at 5, so we gotta go all the way to approach 3005 on the altimeter. I'll start with what they have first up here. Temperature is 27C. Magnetic winds, let's see, 180 at 5. So it's light winds. And on the ILS, we're only 26. So the MDA is 288. We need 3/4 of a mile. We have plenty. Showing 10 miles there. So 288 for the MDA. There we go. So V target is going to be 134. I'm going to write that down on my scratch pad here just so I have it as a reference. Alright, so we'll go back. We're in cruise flight right now. Whoops, we did not want to do that. There we go. Okay, so I've just found this out. If you accidentally click activate approach phase, you can hit next phase and it'll take you back out of there. So good to know. Let's take a look at the. The Kahului Airport.
Got 1175, contact approach 118.3. 53, United Western. Got 1158 heavy, contact center 119.3.
Looks like we're about 100 miles out from Hilo. You can see the big island out there. A little hazy out today.
Takeoff after failure, direction count. Southwest 590, okay.
Departure 19.5 to Alpha.
And I guess we're coming up on Hana down that way. Road to Hana. We'll be along the shoreline out there.
Southwest 8018, semi frequency 124.1. Hilo, reach the Q, Southwest 808, Roger, descendant off discretion, maintain flight level 320, sector crown stand west.
Alright, Tapu descent's coming up here in a bit. Let's go ahead and brief up our approach into Hilo. We're going to play the ILS 26. So 14 Hilo International 14 June 1911-1 ILS runway 26. 110.7 is the low frequency. That will be set up in here. We'll double check that here in a bit. The final approach course is 259. Glass of Waukik. We should be at 1,800 feet. LSDA is 288. Airport elevation 38. Touchdown zone is 38. Coming to our top of descent point, so I need to figure out what we can descend down to. Check my en route chart here really quickly. Looks like we can go down to 10,000 feet. So I'm going to set 10,000 in. And we'll begin our descent. 10,000. Here we go. So, so on this we have CFLSP, then Waukik, Hilo 2, Hilo runway 26, and then on the approach under 500, then a climbing right turn to a 3,300 on a 152 heading, and the Hilo 002 radial inbound to the Hilo VOR and hold. Continue climbing hold at 3,300, or as directed by ATC. And we're showing left-hand turns, which is exactly what it's showing. And 259 inbound. Yep, that all matches. Perfect. Pretty sure I already entered the destination data. Let me just double check. Yeah, we have it all in there.
858, traffic to the outer right, right after the surveys on the departure.
MSA is 15,000 to the west, 1,500 to the northeast, 3,000 to the southeast. We have Mauna Kea, which you can see out there is huge, is what's causing that touring MSA consideration. On the notes, let's use our local altimeter settings. Use the IATO DME when on low course. EGSI and ILS glide path not coincide. So we'll keep that in mind as we come in. We'll transition over to the PAPI on the left side of the runway on 26 as we're coming in. Also it says activate on 1181 moving tower and up. It shouldn't affect this. If we land on 26, we'll make a left-hand turn. I'll probably have Bravo and left on Alpha and Echo back to the terminal there. Right, there's Pulps. And let's see, I don't.
with 590 traffic 2 to 3 o'clock and 8 miles.
Yeah, it looks like there's still quite a bit of traffic down there at Hilo, so this will be fun. So a quick flyby really quickly. Maui Haleakala in the background.
Maintain level 4.
Apollo Point, Big Island.
37 for the contact 70 miles northeast of Bend, clear angle windy. Land country 501, radar contact 85 miles northeast of Price, clear angle 4.4 south.
118.3, have a good one.
Southwest 808, descend maintain 10,000, along altimeter 2999.
The correction descend down to 10,000 now, Southwest 808.
And 2373, HF Center, call 3677.
720, Banana 3005. With 590 descend, the pilot's discretion, maintain 7,000. The call to altimeter 2997.
They're saying a nice. We just had a problem. Electric generator 2 fault. Alright, I have controls, I have radios. Let's work through the issue here. We have a generator problem. I'm gonna go ahead and start up the APU so we have at least 2 generators online. That was one of the first things they did when they lost both engines on the Miracle at the Hudson. Got that APU started. I think that was a big deal for them. Okay. Alright, so electric generator 2 fault. Let's go to status. Gen 2, I'm going to turn that off. Close this out here.
Windy at maintain 900,000, call out 100,299.
Gen 2 is off. Gen 2 fault will clear. And in-op systems, generator 2. Okay. These generators firing up. It's the end of the Gen 2 caution message for abnormal procedure.
Okay, down below 10, 260, do not exceed,
And APU is operating now. Good. So we have at least another generator online. Just leave it operating the rest of the flight.
Yeah, 373, we're contact 60 miles northeast of Oahu.
Alright, there's flow 180. Like we said, our altimeter setting is 3005. So let's set 3005. And let's do the approach descent check. Approach briefing is complete. FOC's radios program set for approach. ECAM status check. It is checked. Gen 2 and up. Egypt's radar is terrain. I'm actually going to switch to radar on the left side, terrain on the right. Airspeed, the full flaps, and the target is set at 135. So that's all set. 78 set, auto brakes will be set to low. Altimeter set, landing lights on. Person check the lead. Alright, looks like we can go down to 3,000 feet now, so I'll set 3,000 in. 3,000 set. And we're just gonna fly directly over Hilo VOR and do the full procedure turn, I think, for the which I might be able to vector us in. We'll see if we get visual on the runway. I don't know if we will. Alright, 30 miles out, I'm gonna go ahead and announce Hilo International traffic, United 7818, Airbus A319, 30 miles to the northwest, inbound to land runway 26. Any traffic in the area, please advise Hilo International.
United Pacific 1985, we are, let's see, 5 miles, 7 miles from runway 21. I should be out of your way.
Roger, United 7818. We're gonna be doing the complete ILS runway 26. So we'll be overflying the field at 3,000, and then going out over the ocean and back in.
Roger that, sir. Thank you. Pacific 1985.
All right, so they know what we're up to. Sorry about that. They know what we're up to, and it sounds like we'll be out of their way. Now it's 26 via Hilo VOR.
Okay, copy that. That traffic is at 1150.
Harbor, Hilo. Walking. Intercept. Walking back. Okay, that looks good. Perfect. We're good to go. Auto flight, auto throttle limited, auto thrust limited. Oh, we're getting something weird. Thrust levers move. There we go. Back to climb now. Something really weird happened there. This airplane's having some weird issues today. There's Mauna Kea. You can see it has a huge mountain just off the right side there. And it looks looks like it's actually cleared up quite a bit. Down here, there's 10,000 feet. Let me give the bells to the flight attendants. Yeah, we need to speed up our descent here. 319, so we can go with full speed brakes. Oh, we're only descending at open descent. I did not know what's going on with the. Well, I'll try. So let's see what the autopilot does. I think it's wanting to cross Hilo VR at 7,560 feet. Here, we don't need this speed limit here. We'll see what it's doing.
74.9, center 776. Roger.
There's Hilo. Hey, it looks like it. Is it showing the traffic? No.
Hilo traffic, 1985, we are clear of runway 21.
262, it's center climbing 250, center 19
Looks like it's just keeping us up high.
Twin Otter, QC GH6.
Runway 682, looks like there's traffic in the pattern there.
You can see him down there. Alright, I want to see if this is actually going to start descending here. I do not know what the problem is. Alright, I'm going to go to... see if it'll start descending us a little bit faster now. Once across Waukik at 6,910.
Country 8501, release speed 10 knots.
Contact approach 118.3, have a good afternoon.
And I'm actually, I think this might be kind of messed up. just looking at this, looks kind of squirrely. Alright, we have 110.7 in now, which is good.
Maui. Probably 040
Alright, we're gonna do an open descent and we're gonna go back in. I think the computer's screwed up. We can do a visual in from out here anyways. So we're gonna just bring ourselves back into Waukik after another minute or so here. Descend down to, we can go down to 1,800 feet in the hold, so let's do that. Let's hold speed. speed brakes out. Get LS on. And I'm just going to go ahead and activate approach phase. It's time for us to slow down anyways. I'll turn right to a heading of 124. Start a timer. Up for a minute. And it looks like it's visual conditions here today. Alright, let's go. Flaps 1.
Contact for east of Oahu at 2500. The Honolulu altimeter 2999.
Center line 315, 11.5, coming 1 per 1,000, heading to Kentucky.
And it's going to be a 304 back inbound. Okay, here we go, back to 304. It's been a minute.
Southwest 4873, clear direct to feedback. Line 19, cross
Three,
Southwest,
three, three, Bravo, East, Center, Route,
Honolulu,
maintain 1 to
1399.
12,000, for altimeter 2997, and advise of destination Quebec.
Taking the long way around. And we'll keep our speed at 180 for now.
Thank you. IFR cancellation received. Remain on your present software advisory.
Flaps 2. 10 below the traction speed. Or flap extension speed.
Good. 38, cross India, maintain 9,000, Honolulu altimeter 2997.
And approach mode armed.
American 59, descent miles discretion, maintain flight level 200.
1986 Center, Honolulu altimeter 2998.
59, unable, maintain 310 on greater
Hilo International Traffic United 7818 Airbus A320 15-mile final runway 26. Any traffic in the area, please advise. Hilo International.
Security 501, descent miles discretion, maintain flight level 200.
It sounds like they might all be on the ground now at Hilo. We're going to be watching the landing.
69, cross standby and maintain 10,000, Honolulu altimeter 2999.
40, radar first terminate, Celsius 5, taking the
Line 829, contact HF approach 119.
Alright, localizer course is identified, set 10.7, India, India, Tango Oscar, 10.7 is set.
Line 1158, just on squawk 2115. Line 37, cross India, maintain 9,000, Honolulu altimeter 2997. Just speed 7878, just on squawk 2120. United 417, contact HF approach 119.5. Line 11, ready to contact 60 miles east APAC, clear direct to Bambo, hanging for your arrival.
Wow, it's Mauna Kea is certainly impressive as you're coming in here.
Flying 11, radar contact, the direct to Dam Post.
It's Mauna Loa over there with the Volcanoes National Park.
Flying 11, that's it. Flying 24, maintaining present squawk velocity. Radar service terminated, frequency change group.
Traffic has some information on the signal to 15 dollars of 02152, someone can contact that.
Alright. I'll go with another call. We're at 10 mile final. Hilo International Traffic, United 7818, Airbus A320, 10 mile final, runway 26, Hilo International.
Weather segment Zulu 16 south, more information contact on the radio.
Alright, runway's in sight. See it all the way out there, just breaking out of the shadows of the clouds.
Flying 69, contact center 124.1.
Like I said, we go miss. Probably make it's visual meteorological conditions. We'll make right traffic back around. So just gotta make sure we don't hit the mountain off the end there. So I'm gonna turn on terrain mode. On my side, that's probably the greater threat at the moment, as opposed to weather. Weather's actually improved dramatically here since we left Honolulu. Alright, glass up's alive. Gear down. Flaps 3. And full flaps.
Flying 315, traffic 1 o'clock, 1 o'clock.
Flight test, prepare for landing. Landing check, before landing check. Cabin notification complete, landing gear down, 3 green lights. Spoilers armed. Flaps. Full plan, full indicated. Just approach, heading at altitude. Up to 3,300. Make that set. Heading altitude are set. Full landing check complete.
American 59, ATS Center, descend to maintain 12,000, remote altimeter 29906, advise us Quebec, please.
Alright, autopilot's coming off. I'm gonna hand fly it from here.
American 15, thanks for forecast, please.
And Hilo International Traffic, United 7818, Airbus A320, 4 mile final, runway 26.
And pilot discretion,
Hilo.
maintain 10,000, Honolulu, altimeter 29999. Southwest 4873. Boeing 238, company altitude, manufactured, and pilot discretion, maintain 7,000, the Honolulu, altimeter 29999.
United 7818, Pacific 1985 on the ground, altimeter 3002, you're looking good.
002, United 7818, thank you. Alright, I'm just gonna focus on flying the plane here.
Roger that.
500.
Country 8501, ATS Center, Roger, descend to maintain 14,000, one altimeter 29906.
And we have a master caution. Nav IR 3 fault, continue. We're gonna get the plane on the ground. This plane's falling apart. In sight, landing. Following the VATSIM.
37, contact HF approaching 119.5.
50, 40, 30, 20, retard. 10.
United 2623, contact HF
Up to your right, they're below you, you can cross down west and south.
Smells green. 90 knots. Whatever. Our brake's coming off.
7218. Nicely done. We'll see you next time.
Alright, thanks guys. Y'all have a good day.
Calling center, say again.
And Hilo International Traffic United 7818, clear runway 26, taxiing to commercial terminal via Delta Alpha Echo, Hilo International. Flaps up. And let's see, let's check out this nav IR fault and we'll do the afterline check. Let's look at some hot brakes, turn on the brake fan. Nav IR fault, IR3 fault.
Hawaiian 7, cross Bambo and maintain 10,000.
Says IR may be available in at Cat 3 single only. Para 3 is in op, Cat 3 dual is in op, Gen 2 is in op. So, yeah, we're gonna have some maintenance to complete here.
United 2373, begin descent.
2373, leading 208.
Hawaii 262, descend at pilot's discretion, maintain flight level 210.
Flight level 210.
These lights off.
American 59, cross the polar point vortex, at or above 8,000, cleared ILS, runway 17 approach.
And after landing, check please.
Hawaiian 236, contact Valley approach 119.5, see ya. Sawtooth 2034, traffic in the pattern at Lanai, currently southbound altitude gauge 1,500, use cautious, radar service terminated, squawk VFR, change to
After land
advisory,
check,
frequency approved.
flaps up, spoilers retracted, landing lights, strobe lights off, transponder thing on out, and APU is operating. Let's get the bleeds on. After land check, bleed.
Sun Country 8501, descend and maintain 8,000.
Wow, what a fun flight in here.
2373, descend and maintain.
Had a lot of
17,000,
random
altimeter 299.
failures, but a lot of paperwork to do once we shut that at the gate. Call maintenance out here, get them to fix the number 2 generator. Have an IR fault with the alignment there, it looks like.
262, thanks, descend
Wow.
and maintain flight level 1900.
I wonder if it even would realign.
Sun Country 8501, cleared direct to polar point vortex, cross the polar point vortex, at or above 8,000, cleared ILS, runway 17 approach. Hawaiian 11, cross Bambo at maintain 10,000.
Alright, we'll park here at gate number 5.
Sun Country 8501, that read document broken, unreadable. How do you hear the
Lights coming
transmitter?
on.
Diane 3716, HDF center squawk 2124. Country 8501, thanks. Hawaiian 3, we're to contact your 8, clear direct to Bambo, Maggie to arrival.
Alright.
American 59, traffic 1 o'clock and a 10 miles orbiting to Fuller Airport, altitude gauge 10,500. Hawaiian 262, descend and maintain 17,000, the Hilo altimeter 2003.
Alright. Here, let's park and brake. Alright, air pews, turn off 2.
Hawaiian 7, contact lead guest center
Shut down
124.1.
1.
Hawaiian 7 Heavy, flight level 3324.
Turn off the IRs there.
07 Heavy HF center, Honolulu, altimeter 2998.
908, Hawaiian 7.
659, their altitude now indicates 8,500, appears to be descending. Coast.
Turn the transponder off.
Hawaiian 262, descend and maintain 15,000.
Hear that. Alright, let's do the parking check. Parking brake set. Pressure is
Hawaiian
normal.
262, descend and maintain
APU is
15,000.
operating. Engine master switch is off. Fuel flow is 0.
59 traffic now, 1 o'clock and 5 miles.
The transponder's on standby. Emergency lights are. Didn't get those yet. Get those.
No worries.
Emergency lights off. Beacon checked off.
United
Fuel pumps off. Anti-ice off. ACARs need to in-flight. We're gonna do that on this. We went out at Echo 1. We park it here at 4. And that's our flight rep for United ACARs. And 8 ears are off. Parking check is complete. Alright.
592 Roger.
We get the jet bridge connected yet?
Or via Oluwale?
Let's see.
592 second. Alpha 3 Juliet Bravo, contact Kona Tower 120.
I wonder if we even have the jet bridge available here.
You understand the south side of Mountain. Thank you.
Well, I don't know. Let's get the ground crew in here. Ground handler. We'll get the stairways up here. Catering, fuel, baggage, GPU,
American 59 traffic is
and maintenance. Here they go.
Country 8501, traffic 1
Right.
o'clock and about 7 miles orbiting.
Thank you all so much for joining us here today on this United Virtual Airlines flight. Enjoy the view as we watch everybody drive up here, and then I'll take you through a replay of that landing.
NOAA 49er.
Until next time, for now, VRF Simmer signing off. Enjoy the replays, enjoy the music. I'll see you on the next flight. Take care.
Hawaiian 11 Roger.